Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Gengar. Gengar is an awesome Pokemon. I really love it. Gengar is fantastic. Base 130 special attack, base 110 speed, very, very high, meaning that it can do a lot of things to a lot of different Pokemon. Base 60 defense and 60 HP means that you are going to struggle a little bit with living too many hits, but also base 75 special defense is relatively okay. This is an update video, so if you'd like to go check out the previous video I did for Gengar, there is a card up in the corner. I'd recommend you go and check that out at the end of this video. Also, whilst I'm plugging, if you could please like this video and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really helps me out. Basically, my impressions have dropped again, so yeah, any likes or comments or whatnot, that really helps the video standings and in turn helps out the channel, so I'd really appreciate it. Okay, jumping into Gengar, the first one we got is a Nasty Plot Gengar. Now, I'm pretty sure that Gengar has only recently got Nasty Plot. I'm not sure if it got it last generation, but I know a few generations ago it did not get access to Nasty Plot, so having the ability to double your special attack is absolutely huge, especially when you've already got a 360 special attack stat that takes it to 720 or just below that. And then the Life Orb boosting that by 1.3 times. Basically, I think that takes you almost to 1000 special attack, which means you can do so much to a lot of different Pokemon. Move-wise, I've gone for Sludge Wave. Powerful poison type attack is a variety of different Pokemon for a lot of damage, and obviously it's boosted by Stab as well. Dazzling Gleam, which is an awesome fairy type attack, again hitting a lot of different Pokemon, including things like Dark types, which are super effective against you. You can also hit fighting types for super effective damage, and there is another type, I think. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but honestly, dragon types as well. So, you know, having that on there can be really effective. You've also got the opportunity to put Shadow Ball in this set if you wanted to as well, to have a second stab. But I've gone for Thunderbolt because I think Thunderbolt is actually really good in just covering different Pokemon and hitting a variety of different things. Eevee's gone for max special attack and max speed with a timid nature, so more speed and less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. So this is probably how you're going to run the EVs on most of your Gengars, having max special attack and max speed, and then it'll be kind of a combination of whether you go for timid or modest nature, depending on what you're wanting to go for. But in this case, I definitely think timid works better, as you're going to double your special attack stat. If you're concerned about Gengar being a bit of a glass cannon, you could always put Focus Sash on here if you're wanting to, but it's entirely your choice. Moving on to the second Gengar set, I have gone for a Corrosive Gas Pain Splitting set. Now, this is a really interesting set because Gengar, as I said, is more of a glass cannon. But if you can make it max HP, max special defense, it actually can live a couple of hits. Just be cautious of any physical Pokemon because they can really cause issues for you. I should have said Gengar's only ability is Cursed Body, but if you get hit by an attack, it's a 30% chance to get that move disabled. Now, if that's a choice Pokemon, that can actually put a huge dent in that Pokemon's strategy, so honestly it can work wonders in some cases. Move-wise, I've gone for Corrosive Gas. Now, Corrosive Gas is essentially the new version of Knockoff. It gets rid of the item, but it doesn't cause any damage, so it's a poor man's Knockoff, I suppose, in a way. But Corrosive Gas allows for you to just get rid of any items, and it's really nice. But I will say, if you're running Poltergeist, do be very considerate with your running Corrosive Gas as well, because you need to consider if that Pokemon that has Poltergeist is going to be able to 1v1 something with a different move other than Poltergeist in case you've got rid of its item. So do think about that ahead of time before going into that scenario. We've then got Toxic. Now, Toxic is a fantastic move on Gengar. I'm not 100% sure if it learns it through level up. I know it's a poison type, so it possibly does, but it might not. If it doesn't, then you will have to transfer it from Generation 7 with it already taught. You've then got Pain Split. Pain Split allows for you to basically recover your health as much as possible and also dwindle down the opposing Pokemon at the same time. Just be cautious. If there is a Pokemon with low HP and you've got relatively high HP, do not click it because that is going to be a problem for you. Obviously, they may end up predicting Pain Split if you reveal it. So it's something that you do have to be aware of, that they might bring in a low HP mon if they're predicting you to Pain Split. And finally, I've got Clear Smog. Now, if you've got anything trying to set anything up, Clear Smog works really well in removing any of those stage changes. So if you've got something that may have just shell smashed on you, you can just click Clear Smog and that then becomes much less of a problem. EVs, I've gone for max HP and max special defense with a calm nature, so more special defense, less attack, and 4 EVs in special attack, just allowing for those that Achilles Mole to do ever so slightly more. Obviously, with steel types, this one does become a bit of a problem. You can always put a coverage move on here instead of like Toxic or Corrosive Gas or whatever. Whichever move you want to take off, you can put like Thunderbolt on just as a coverage or Shadow Ball, but it's entirely up to you. As I said, this is just some ideas that I've run off with. Third set I've gone for is a Choice Spec set. Now you could always put Choice Scarf on this as well if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you what you decide to go for. It just means that you'll probably change the nature to be the one that isn't Scarf, it isn't increased. So that's just the modification you might have to do. Move-wise, we've got Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave, powerful poison type attack. Now, if you was to do this in a Dynamax set, you can Dynamax, have the choice item not working because they don't work with your Dynamax, increase up your special attack by 1 stage using Max Ooze, and like you do that 2 or 3 times, obviously depending on how many times you're in. You've got Energy Ball, so you can set up the Max Overgrowth if you need to. That really is good because it limits any Earthquakes, which Earthquake is obviously a very common move. And then Focus Blast I thought could work quite nicely as well. Obviously, it's up to you what you decide to go for. Reflect type will work as a max guard move, and it also makes you become the same type as the target. And I thought that could actually work very nicely if you've got a Pokemon that isn't going to predict you going for that Reflect type. Honestly, actually, I just realised that doesn't work with the Choice Spec, so scratch that. If you want to go for like a Life Orb version with it, you can use that, but if not, let's just see what you've got. You've got Thunderbolt, you've got Dazzling Gleam, Dark Pulse, lots of different things that you could go on there with. I don't know why I clicked on Reflect type. I don't know why. Let's just have a look where Reflect type is because it may be right next to something. I think what I was actually going for was Psychic. I think what I might have actually been going for was Psychic, allowing you to set up that Psychic terrain and preventing any priority. That seems more likely. So I apologise, I think that was just me clicking on the wrong move and trying to run with it. But we've got Psychic, which is just a really good move. Obviously it sets up the Psychic terrain when you use Max Mindstorm, and that prevents any priority from hitting you, which obviously with your speed you're going to outspeed the vast majority of Pokemon, and it can work well in combination with the Choice Scarf as well. EVs, max special attack, max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Obviously if you're going for the if you're going for the Choice Scarf, go for the Modest Nature instead. That is what I'd recommend. So now we're going to move on to Gmax Vanguard, and I have not gone for an item on here. I think what we're going to go for is a red card. I think red card is the kind of item I like putting on my Dynamax Pokemon when I'm unsure what I'm doing. And let's just double check what the Gmax move of Gengar does. I'm pretty sure it works. So yeah, it's Gmax Terra, it's Ghost type move, so your Ghost type move turns to Gmax Terra, and it stops the opposing Pokemon's stops the opposing Pokemon from escaping. So it's basically Mean Look combined with, or Shadow Tag combined with an attack. So this works really nicely in the form of having Sludge Wave. Sludge Wave is a powerful poison type attack, obviously boosting up your special attack by 1 stage. Shadow Ball turns to that Gmax Terra, which allows you to keep a Pokemon in. You've then got Toxic, which hopefully you would Toxic before you Gigantamax, meaning that you can then use that Gmax Terra straight after to keep that Pokemon in, so that Toxic starts racking up over a couple of turns. And then I've gone for Focus Blast just as coverage, but again, as I said with the previous set, you can do a variety of different attacks like Dark Pulse, Dazzling Gleam, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, all those kind of things. So that's entirely up to you. Red card just basically forces out Pokemon if they're going to be problematic, so that could work nicely if you need it. Obviously, you'd have to burn the red card before going for the Shadow Ball, or sorry, before going for the Gmax Terra, so you could go for like leftovers on this set as well. Even Citrus Berry, for example, could work. And finally, I've got a quirky Gengar on here. We have gone for Assault Vest Power Up Punch version. Basically, Gengar with a couple of Power Up Punches might be able to start doing damage, something that your opponent is not going to predict you going for, so it can be really cool. And then move-wise, I've gone for Poltergeist. Poltergeist, powerful stab, ghost type attack. It's a variety of different Pokemon, and uses their item against them. Then I've gone for Knockoff. Now, Knockoff, obviously, once you've used Knockoff, you can't use Poltergeist, so do be cautious of that, but I thought it could work in combination on the same Pokemon. So if you see what that item is through Poltergeist and you'll think, oh my goodness, I do not like that item, you can then knock it off, which obviously can make things a lot easier. And then we've got Poison Jab, which is a powerful poison type attack boosted by Stab as well. As I said, complete gimmick set, max attack, max speed, Jolly or Adamant Nature, it's up to you what you decide to go for. But yeah, gimmicky set. You can give a try, let me know how you fare with it. Honestly, I haven't actually used it before, but I just like the idea of a Power Punch Gengar. And imagining that win would be absolutely hilarious. But that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I'll see you soon.